Hey, 반갑습니다. I hope you had a great Christmas. I'm trying to do this video with the last little bit of natural sunlight coming through my window, but it looks like it's a fleeting moment. But if any of you have looked at my YouTube channel, you'll see that I have a big interest in the sport of judo. And about 5 months ago, I really got hurt. I fell on my arm during practice, my left arm, and I suffered a complete dislocation at my elbow. Type of thing where my knuckles were touching my tricep, if that gives you any visual there. But I was out of it for a long time and I lost a lot of weight, and I was just trying to nurse it back to health where I could use it again sometime in the future without it being a problem. And I'm still not back in the dojo yet, or the dojang, as they say in Korea. But I started hitting the gym maybe a couple months ago. I started back to gain some weight and things like that. And one thing I noticed about gyms in Korea, a gym is a gym, but gyms are definitely different here than they are back home. First of all, Korea is a small country, so space is limited, and you're not going to see any of those major mega gym chains like Bally's or Gold's or LA Fitness or anything like that. You will see a good range of gyms from low end to really high end places. They're just not the mega places, and they're not in chains. Now maybe if you're in Seoul, maybe you have some more there, but it's definitely not going to be anything like back home, especially for me in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. You're going to see a LA Fitness and Bally's and all those Golds on every corner, and they're huge. And even though the gyms are a little smaller and they're not as easily found, they're not on every corner like back home, they are still a little bit more pricey than what we would be accustomed to back home. So LA Fitness, you can go there for like $35 or $40 a month, at least in Florida, unless things have changed drastically in the past few years. Here they're going to vary from well over $100 to, your low-end places are going to be a lot cheaper. Now the gym that I go to is more like what I would call like a community center, where they have things like a room for aerobics. They do dance classes in there. You'll see the ajamas and the ajashis in there doing salsa, getting their groove on. You have Olympic-sized pool for swimming. You've got a tennis court. I'm sorry, not a tennis court, but a basketball court that they use for badminton. Badminton's really, really popular here in Korea, and everybody plays it. It's a great workout. Then you've got the fitness center, and that's the cardio, the weights, the machine circuit. They got a small circuit set up in there, and that's pretty much what I use. Now you pay separately for each of the things. If you want to use the pool, it's an extra fee or whatnot. But I just use the fitness center. It's about $45 a month, which is a pretty killer deal, and I can walk 5-minute walk to this place. Okay, so here's a big etiquette difference with gyms in Korea versus gyms in America. And it was really a shocker for me. And I've been at a couple gyms, so it's not like a one-off occurrence or anything like that. In America, in most gyms, if you're doing a set on a machine or a bench or something like that, you get up to shake off the set, and somebody wants to use that machine, they might just say to you, hey, do you mind if I work in with you, something like that. And it's like, hey, yeah, no big deal. Or vice versa. If you're like, oh, geez, this guy just got started, I want to use the fly machine. You just say, hey, do you mind if I work in there with you? Not a big deal. You switch off. In Korea, from what I've experienced, if you get up off of your machine and you go to shake it off, or you walk it off or something like that, and somebody beelines it to your machine and gets on the machine, chances are you will probably have lost that machine for the entirety of their workout on that exercise. They will do their set, then they stay on the machine, they sit on the machine, and they do all their sits until they're done. If you don't speak the language, you're not going to be able to say to them, hey, I was working on that, or can we work together? So that's a big thing. So I've learned how to keep my hands on the machine or sit on the machine, which for me is a big deal, because I like to stretch a little bit between sets and just kind of move around, shake it off, especially if you're doing a heavy movement, a compound movement. So just keep that in mind when you're getting into gyms here. One other big thing that I've noticed here, and I hope I'm going to get some comments on this, and I hope I do, somebody can clarify this for me. I see a disproportionate amount of the techniques that they use here. A lot of half or even quarter movements, range of motion on, especially things like compound movements, like your bench press, your squats, or your deadlifts, or things like that. A lot of these guys mostly, girls are usually on the cardio machines, doing like half movement things, and a lot. I mean, I know that they do that back home to a certain degree, but I see it a lot here, and I'm wondering, like, what is this guy doing? I mean, I know it allows you to put a lot more weight on the bar, but I'm just wondering if that's some type of unique lifting strategy in Korea, or what it might be. So maybe if you can tell me, but it's one thing that you're going to see and you're going to kind of shake your head at, like, what are you doing? The last thing, if you're a big lifter or you're into fitness and things like that, and you want the supplements, when you come to Korea, it's going to be a little difficult to find supplements. They're not going to have these huge health food stores where you can get protein powders, like 15 different types or anything like that. There's no GNCs here. If there are, they're few and far between. Again, like I said, maybe in Seoul they have them. They have GNC products, but I've seen them at Lotte, which is a huge Macy's-like department store. Now, GNC, if you get a 5-pound tub of protein powder, it's probably going to cost you around 40 bucks, something like that. But they usually have a deal going on with all of their powders when you go in there. You can buy one, you get one free, buy two, get one free. If you have a GNC card, it's even better. I've seen GNC products at Lotte, and I've seen it over 80,000 won for a 5-pound tub. That's almost $80. So I just kind of laughed to myself. I turned around and I just walked out. What do? I go to a site called iHerb, spelled like it sounds, IHERB.com. It's the mecca of like health food. If you're a health food, all natural product type of person, this is probably known to you. But otherwise, the benefit of it in Korea is when you order from there, I think they're located in California. So because of that, shipping to Korea takes like maybe 3 to 5 business days at the most to get the stuff to you, which is really fast by any standard. But to get it here in Korea, and I have my stuff shipped to my school, perfect. So that's one site to check out. If you know of others, my camera was just doing funny things. So I forgot where I left off, but I go to iHerb, and then I also go to Costco for my vitamins and things like that. I get omega acids, and I get a multivitamin. Anyway, that's it. If you know of other sites, please let me know. I am running out of light here, but thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Until I'm back in the dojo. Peace. Dojang.